Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo and this is the If Necessary for Years, If Necessary Alone campaign in HOI4 Black Ice. Let's get back into it. In the last episode we declared war on Vichy France. They are falling before us. We're letting the French and Americans handle West Africa. And do they have any other? Yeah, they actually do. Whoops. I forgot about these guys. Looks like these guys are en route to deal with them though. At least some of them. Can I afford to leave it to the AI? It's kind of a self-answering question, isn't it? Well, I have all these random dudes that we were storing over here. So let's just take some of them into a temporary little army. Head them over here. Okay. Yeah, have them come over here and deal with them. And then, like, Madagascar, does it matter? It's got some rubber. I don't know if I have to bother invading these islands. Vichy France, you've got no fleet, right? I mean, you gave it to me, so, yeah. They've got no fleet. You got anywhere else I haven't thought about? Doesn't look like it. Okay, men incoming over there, good. Short on some aluminium. Oops. Yep. Get some more from the US. Running out of available aluminium reserves around the world. We need to get some better extraction technology. Also running out on stability and our propaganda efforts. I don't seem to be able to relaunch. That could be a problem. We might have to start doing some additional consumer goods factories. I think we do need to do this. Hurt us on production, obviously, but our consumer goods factories are very low as is, so it's not too bad. There's supply organization. That's pretty good stuff. This was my doctrine slot. Yet more. This is not that good though. I mean, supply grace is nice. I think I'd probably rather start going defense in depth, or already researching regimental doctrines. Beefing up our special forces. I mean, it would be good for our, for our Marines, for our invasions, but I don't think it's worth committing this much tech to just the Marines. Let's get some division speed instead. Oh, hang on. Did that automatically spend my 100 army experience? I didn't mean to spend army experience. Does enter auto do this? The shortcut for both buttons is the same. That is dumb. And I've just noticed it. Also, they previously stopped attacking us here. And we're really trying to fight them in the air over Serbia. We've got great spotting. Because we have radars. But our mission efficiency is not amazing. We're losing fighters faster than they are. And they have more fighters than we do. So, it's a troubling situation. Some more successful naval invasions by the Americans. Going into Italy. Well, I'm going to let them... I'm not going to support Allied invasions, I think. I want to be the master of my own destiny on that. And this is one of the reasons why... Yeah, I'm not delighted with the Americans having joined the war. I could have won it without them. And now they're here. They're going to do all kinds of silly invasions and irritate me. When we had allies that were just losing, it was fine. But I'd honestly rather they didn't attack Italy. But considering we've made so much more contribution to the war than they have, we can probably demand that they hand over control of states and stuff at least. We're moving into all these. Got someone here, yeah. Someone here. Just need to clear up some of this stuff. What have I got around here? Yeah, you coming in here. You can turn around and tidy this up a bit. Good. And yeah, we can give it back to the French Republic. That's fine. I don't really need the factories here. Although actually, the French Republic don't have any claims over here because it's French Morocco. That's right. And French Morocco, they don't exist anymore, right? They're not one of my exile governments. No. Speaking of exile governments, all 100% legitimate now. Cool. Getting plenty of manpower. No more winter heating. Okay, good stuff. Looks like the Americans are... I mean, they're doing okay here, but they're not landing very many men. They did take a port that they can, you know, so they can run a supply hub from that port, obviously. Our cipher's been broken by the German Reich. Okay, well that's not going to be good for my planes for a bit here. Well, spotting's gone way down. Ah, night. Night is lowering it. Okay. How is that radar station going? Are we still building it more? Yeah, so when we get that extra level on the radar station, it's not going to give much difference, actually, because we already have the full zone covered. It's going to give more intel, though. This big radar station is very helpful for detecting troop movements and stuff around here, I think. Yeah, the rest seem fine. Gibraltar, I don't really need to max out that one, now that we've had this invasion go off without a hitch. It seems fine. Right, so the supply situation over here in Iran, not too bad, actually. We do have this supply hub, which we can motorize to assist these guys. And I should motorize this one as well. And they should balance out a little bit. But yeah, obviously this hub will help a great deal. And there is obviously a hub there that as soon as we move in and take it, that'll stabilize on that front. Good. And yes, the Americans did show up to deal with that little Vichy France enclave. Good stuff. Okay, so what's the next for us? It's basically just waiting for Vichy France to be dead, and then I will repurpose the Marines. Yeah, the Italians don't have the men to deal with this, do they? I'm not totally convinced how I could launch invasions of like Sardinia and Corsica though, because they have a lot of men here, but including armor, which would be challenging for us to deal with. But we will see, I guess. These light divisions. I sent up the guys from down here, didn't I? Yeah, good. Could use them. Old Harold Alexander having his final victory in the North African campaign. He's been doing pretty good work. They're all rolling through here. Oh, big lag. Beginning of that day. Wonder what that was recalculating. New decision. Yugoslav infiltrators. Classic. Purge 'em. Can't have infiltrators on one of our least stable front lines. We've stabilized the supply situation at least. That's good. Pulling back the motorized, I think, has helped. Should also motorize this hub back here. Try and get a bit more in there. Could build some pillboxes and stuff. I can't build in... oh, I can build pillbox defenses in Yugoslavia, interestingly. Yeah, you know what? I'm interested in holding this line. How much do these cost? 2,500? That is quite a lot, actually. No, I'm not going to do that because I want to build factories to help us annex our puppets. How is our delivery to the Raj, by the way? Has that arrived yet? We've delivered one. Nice. There's the cruiser tank focus. Now, are there any other focuses we actually want? We don't need anything to do with the Navy. The Navy is sorted. We're not doing strategic bombing. Ace generation chance would be good. Support tech and paratrooper. Don't really need that. A motorized army could be good. 2 bonuses for core artillery. Yeah, I would like that because we are going to get that. But then after that focus, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll check again and probably find something else I want, but pretty sure after that focus, we're going to move on to, you know, what's it called? Suppressing the subjects with the focus. Germans still making pretty significant progress in the Soviet Union, just slowly moving further and further south of Moscow. Which must mean, yeah, they're close, to cutting rail links to the south. If this railway line falls, then it's going to be problematic. The Soviets will have to send their supply via the Urals to get down here, which is, I mean, obviously, it's a problem. Okay, so nearly done here, and then I can repurpose these troops. Invasion here, yeah, not really being opposed very much. I mean, I could send in my men. French Caribbean. Ah, yes. I forgot that Vichy France had land over here, but America's got that under control. Failing to cross there. Free military factories. I don't know. Give me yet more Spitfires. It's going to slightly slow this production, but that's okay. We're going to need more... Oh no, less aluminium. Interesting. What's this? Ah, right, of course. Air production capacity. Yeah, don't care about the ciphers. We're redecrypting the Germans, I think, right now. Yes, so pause on these two. Just focus on decrypting the gens. And can't get means this yet. Machine-assisted decryption. These, when they get more effective, they just move the lines so much faster. Resistance-wise, not looking too bad, honestly. I mean, even with these large victory points, we've got it relatively stable. Some organized resistance is obviously not great, but I don't seem to be losing many men. Actually, how do I tell that again? How do I tell how many dings my occupied territories are taking? Wow, high compliance in Korea. I guess that's because we've inherited the Japanese compliance in the region. Garrisons. Yeah, sort by garrison requirements. We actually need more garrisons in Manchukuo than we do down here. I guess that's because it scales with state population. And there's lots of people living here. Surely there's a way for me to see... And we've got plenty of foreign support in reserve. Surely there's a way for me to see here. Ah, here it is. Garrison log. Yeah. For the last 12 months... Yeah, we're only losing like 1,000 men a month. 6,000 production capacity of equipment is not nothing. And yeah, we're stopping like practically all of the activities they're trying to do. A couple of things failing here and there, but very, very few. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright, and yeah, we're importing tons of fuel now. We've got heaps and heaps and heaps of it. Because the... also, you guys can stand down, actually. Let's just conserve the fuel on the escorts. Don't need them active. New good destroyers. Our wonderful Sedecim classes. Excellent. Look at that. A whole host of Sedecim class destroyers. Let's send them out. Which one did I send them to? I can't remember. That one. Yes, good. Yeah, we'll keep them training. And the reserves are staying in port. Yeah, the main problem is once again air. We're losing a crap ton of fighters. I think we should stop fighting them in the air for a minute here. Resupply these air wings. Let the Americans bleed for a while. We're down on fighters. Yeah, quite significantly down on fighters, so we'll let these wings replenish a bit. Us withdrawing our fighters here, of course, is going to free them up to... free the enemy's fighters up to be active over on the eastern front, but... that is a price, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pay. Now the enemy is looking in fairly bad supply down here in the south. So it is tempting to attempt a counter-offensive. Retake these more defensible mountain positions with our Gurkhas. They do still suffer the terrain penalty, but only 22 rather than 61. Excuse me. Much less significant. But yes, we are... They finally... No, we are piercing their panzer. Their panzer divisions suck. So yeah, but we're not going to be able to do that. Not without air cover. Let's not do that. Called in Bolivia. Americans landing more and more men into Sicily. And they have successfully pushed across into main southern Italy. Well, unless those reinforcements arrive before they get a chance. And there we go. Vichy France, more or less, dealt with. So all these marines apart from that guy. Let's try an invasion of Sardinia. Get the lads over here for that. And then these light troops can stand by in reserve in Tunisia. Ready to respond accordingly if we do manage to land. And I'm going to play it relatively conservatively. We're just going to attack ports. Naval battle, huh? More Italian destroyers up here. I'm very confused as to how the Italian destroyers managed to leave the Mediterranean. I guess they must have been out of the Med before they declared on me. That's the only thing I can think of, but doesn't seem very likely. And then we have some more motorized coming in. I have room for more Royal Marines now. So let's get some more of them. Double the number of Royal Marines. That'll be enough to fill it up, right? Got 100. We've got... no, actually. A tiny bit more than doubling. Go to 8. 8 more divisions of Royal Marines, please. Commodify the government, but don't want to. How is the autonomy delivery going to the Raj? Ooh, nice. We've crushed it down quite a bit now. Yeah, Lend-Lease 180 from that, and autonomy effect 76 from master building. Good. And we were hard pivoting to building convoys, weren't we? Yes. Good. So we should be getting tons and tons of new transport ships that I can Lend-Lease around and crush autonomy. Right, we have got the CAS invented and some medium anti-tank. We're not building the medium anti-tank. I would like to build some CAS though. Where's it gone? Here it is. Yeah, Hawk Hurricane CAS. Although, actually, I might be forgetting. Did I start inventing the new CAS right away? No, it's the new bomber. Okay, in artillery, yep, just keep going down this. It's this that I need to invent for the good artillery gun barrels. Okay, good stuff. And the construction is in full swing in India now. Excellent. Yeah, the Americans are making slow progress in here, but progress nonetheless. You guys are all actually moving there, aren't you? Yeah, good. These like tiny extra provinces. I do want to grab these, but like if they keep this occupied, I don't really care. That's fine. And yes, presumably they're really not flying much to go and defend Italy, interestingly. Our wings will slowly get topped up and lose experience as they do so. Still bad supply up here, even with the new motorized. Just because they're all trying to run out of this hub. What if I motorize this one a bit so I can take some more onto that one? We have tons of heavy transport trucks, so we're able to really motorize up as much as we like. Right, there's also those guys on roads. Looks like the wasn't this one? This one was Italian originally, I think. So some successful Brazilian invasions there. Maybe they can go to Rhodes. Oh yeah, and we could do with taking them out. We'll let all our guys get here. It's going to take a while to plan. Yeah. Let's change this up a bit, actually. You two invade from Tunisia instead. That way it takes less long to plan the overall invasion. Good. My men arrived... Oh yeah, so where are the other guys that I sent to Norway? They're in this army, aren't they? Yes, we sent them to Calcutta. Okay. So, you lads, time to head to Norway. Via this port. It's going to take them a while to get there. Obviously. That's okay. And yeah, the Americans with their tanks arriving in large numbers now. The soft underbelly is falling. Don't think I might not actually get time to deploy my tanks. The Americans riding in and claiming all the glory after we, you know, won the worldwide battle here. Some better welded construction. Use some sloped armor. Some add-on armor. What do I need here? Some improved optics. Fuel tanks. A duplex drive. Usable on the Valentine and the Grizzly. Usable on the Churchill. Improved optics seems useful. So give me that. But yeah, the Americans may end up roaring up Italy and winning the war before I even get a chance to deploy these tanks. We'll see. We will see. Okay. What else could I be doing just now? We can't declare on Bulgaria. Shouldn't Bulgaria have joined the war by now? I thought they had. Must be wrong, I guess. Or maybe it's not working properly. Or maybe that's one thing they decided to not make, you know, strictly historical. All of these things and more are possible explanations. Okay, most of our air force replenished. Back up to at least 100 now. In the wings, that is. Good. You guys also living it up. Staying experienced back here in London. Anyone else I want to deploy? I don't think so, right? No, because they'll all just be replenishing up into those wings. All of our newly constructed fighters. Naval invasion. Yeah, 11 days, and then we'll be ready for this. Oh, actually, I could speed it along yet further. Launch from here as well. That'll take it down to 5 days. Nice. That works. Strat deploy over there, please. And yeah, until the Germans deploy men to defend the Italians here, they're not going to have much luck. Do I want motorized equipment? Mobile combined arms and stuff? Yeah, sure. New decision. Use other traders. Good. All that free political power. Won't say no. A bit more aluminium shortage. Sorted. Okay, just zooming out. Is there anything else I want to be doing? I mean, we could prepare a D-Day. And the D-Day I think would be most sensible. Would be Normandy. We'd land at Nates, Brittany. We'd land at Nates and here, thereby cutting their rail connections, and then simultaneously hit like every tile on the coast here. Because they've got this whole Atlantic Wall coastal fort thing set up, but they don't appear to be garrisoning it. So let's start positioning some men for that. You have all arrived, but some of you are inexperienced. Let's move you down here to be closer to the ports. And then start training you. And we've also got the Australians that could help out. Good. And then Yeah, actually, we've got loads of equipment and stuff. It's going to be supply that's the issue, so let's have everyone train. Let's try and get them topped off in experience so they can land maximally effectively. Seems good. Because construction 5. Next, I'd like infrastructure works because I want the supply range and order loss removing bonuses that come down there, please. Also, we should get civilian works as a matter of some urgency. I don't think we're gonna. I think we might win before we deploy our tanks. But the thing is, I don't know. Maybe I'll deploy against Germany here, and then they'll roll up some big tank divisions and just throw me immediately back into the sea. It's very possible. But I'm content to leave the Italian front to the Americans if they want it. I'm not in the business of trying to make sure I'm always the one making all of the progress on all of the fronts. That's not how we're doing it here. Divisions. Some divisions not in position. Are they not? Just because you're down here? But you're not. You're assigned to these orders, so. Ah, they're not in position probably for some other order that they have elsewhere. Yeah, in the Mediterranean front, there are some German tanks here, but a lot of it is Italian mountaineer divisions. Still concerned that the Soviets could all come crashing down. How close are the Soviets to surrendering, by the way? That's something that's probably worth knowing. Not very, but if Moscow and the other problem with Moscow falling, obviously, is it's not just that it's a victory point, it's the center of their railway network. So if Moscow and Stalingrad fall, they're going to really struggle to supply their men all the way along the front. Okay, you've finally done that. Good. Let's have you over here at best speed, please. And let's give this plan a go. I should probably have deployed some planes to help out, shouldn't I? Let's withdraw the ones that were over here. Wow, Sicily has a huge airbase. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that takes us to about full there. 200 here. They're not going to have great range on it, but we'll see what they can do. And the rest can just sit idle in Tripoli for now, I think. Okay. Invasion's launching, and we're succeeding with only just one of them deployed. And as we come in from new angles, should increase the possible combat width, I think. When this one comes in, we should get another 25. No, okay, it just counts it as one angle even though it's 3 invasions, because they're all coming in from the same tile. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's my doorbell. I'll be right back. Right, where was I? Ah, yes, Sicily. Okay. Yeah, just sort of short a bit of air production capacity, that's fine. Appear to be landing here, no problem. Got all these light troops down here as well. Let's give the light Indian divisions to him. Yeah, landing. Well, we would win this if we had the time. It's going to take 4 days. They might be able to get reinforcements from the north by then. That plane moved really weird. Did you see that? Came across. That was very weird. Okay. Can we use spies to reduce the autonomy of puppets? Like diplomatic pressure? No. Lowers world tension requirements, but doesn't reduce autonomy. Can't use our spies to try and infiltrate the Indian government or something. Battle in the Mediterranean. Yeah, this will be them probably trying to reinforce these islands. Either reinforce or supply them. There's decryption at long last. It's one of the slots down here, isn't it? Yeah. Any more Air Force stuff I want to invent? Could get the next Spitfire ahead of time. I think our Spitfires are of higher quality than the Germans. We could continue trying to capitalize on that. I don't think I need to, though. Well, it doesn't hurt though, does it? Yeah, let's keep trying to go really ahead of time on that, because this slot, there's not much else. Whoops. Not much else valuable that it can do. And we may as well get machine-assisted decryption so that we can re-break the German ciphers really quickly. Someone get Turing on it. Alright, there we go. Cagliari captured. And there are some French tanks up here. We'll see. So, how much supply we got here? 50! Wow, that's quite a port. Nice. I think we do send over these light infantry with Harold. Let's assign them in there. Delete the old Marine ones. Then once they've arrived, the Marines can move on to pastures new. Or possibly, actually. How about hopping behind enemy lines, launching an invasion on Corsica? That could be good. We will see. They appear to be retreating. So well, as soon as these guys arrive, I'm gonna move them north. We have, presumably they have some supply issues here. Maybe not. Maybe they have enough local supply to sustain them, but we have some supply issues. Fully motorize this. Let's move up north. See how we're doing. These guys still having supply issues, but not disastrous enough that I feel like a counter-offensive under heavy enemy air cover would be advantageous. Oh, and I never did deploy all these guys. Are you close air support? How do I have 100 close air support? Let's seize air superiority over the Turanian, and there's room for 200 more from here as well. Don't need to naval strike anymore. Did we start building those close air support? Ah, yes, we did. Good. I would like to switch over some of my, quite a bit of my fighter production to close air support. Good. And that actually leaves enough for us to go over. Nice. I'm getting 2 a day now. Some close air support to assist these landings would be beneficial for obvious reasons. Right, you guys, they're going to take a while to plan. Events may just overtake that naval invasion plan, but if they do, you know, it's no harm, no foul. So what is this? This is an American offensive. Yeah. Good luck with that. Hey, sorry, you're welcome. Could also land some naval invasions of Rome ahead of this American advance, see if we can help them out. They're struggling with supply. If they took Salerno, if they took any of these next tiles, they'd be in a much better supply position. No supply connection from capital for this one. Why is that? It should have a connection. There's advanced landing craft. Could go ahead of time again. You saving political power for anything specific? Not really. Oh yes, floating harbour is next. Which costs 2,000. The mulberries. I've never used these. Are these in vanilla now? Or is this just a black ice thing? Well, I may as well invent them now. Because we don't have... there's no other naval stuff that matters. Alright, moved up to the front. You do have an attack plan assigned, right? Yeah, good. Well, let's try it. Yep, looks fine. And the naval invasion... Yeah, only reduced its flying time by a day. That's fine, though. Can invite to faction. Oh, that's new. Literally the first people we've invited to our faction. Welcome to the Allies, Dominican Republic. Alright, and launch this attack. Good. And we've got, yes, total air domination, because the Germans don't appear to be willing to divert troops to help the Italians right now. Alright, you lads, head on over to back up, because we got room for supplies, that's for sure. The Marines, ah yes, and you can come over here as well. Although, no, actually I probably shouldn't do that. Let's plan to take this island off them. Good. How long until this is done now? 28 days still. We probably don't need all 5. We're only going to be able to attack with 3 at once. So let's instead bring them down here and plan some new naval invasions. That way we'll be able to launch this one much sooner. 3 days. Good. Because yeah, you can only have 3 tiles. 25 width marine divisions engaged in a naval invasion from a single angle. Anyway. And I don't think attacking from different directions actually results in attacking a tile from a different direction. I think there's only one direction you can attack a tile from in a naval invasion. So you can't, like, game it that way. Central Med, they have superiority. There's the improved anti-tank, which means it's finally time to invent the heavy anti-tank gun barrel, which is going to allow our new anti-tank barrel, or rather our new tank barrel, not anti-tank. Nice, they did take Naples, so that's their supply dramatically improving. Yeah, launch that one ready. There's a motorized army done. I would like the support tech, but I don't think we need it as much. Which commands also give the command power increase, but I don't think we need it as much as we want to suppress subjects. So let's start that. Getting there on the Raj. There's deliveries being made and the subject building. No focus set. Are you sure about that? And we're over, which means we can lower British Malaya. But I don't want to lower British Malaya, so let's spend some political power. Sure, let's arm the French resistance. Seems good. And the Polish resistance. I just have loads of spare political power. Unless I can do some of those propaganda things that actually help again. No. Not really. More arms to the Soviets? Yeah, let's send some more arms to the Soviets. Ah, you can't do that extra civilian factories thing again and again. I kind of assumed that would be something I could do on a loop. In which case we better do a election campaign to try and get some more stability. Maybe press censorship as well. The ruling party support, which will give us a bit of stability, but not much. What is this one that it's wanting me to do? Ah, yes. Yugoslav infiltrators. Go ahead. Okay, there's one port down. Coming in behind them. Oh, and they're not even defending Corsica. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Can you issue... Can you pre-issue orders for once they land? No, you can't. And yeah, we have total naval supremacy here, so I don't need to garrison ports anymore. They're not capable of launching offensives. Of naval invasions, that is, in the Mediterranean. Okay, we could do our own landing against Italy here. Or Vichy France. Could be good. Or I could send them up here to do a D-Day. I think the Americans are handling the Italian campaign. Once we cleared out these islands... I don't really care about this one because it's got no airbase on it. But once we've cleared out these islands... You can activate your naval invasions, by the way. Yeah, once we've cleared out those islands, I think we just go and try and do our D-Day. Because the Soviets, you know, they need our help. We're ready for a D-Day, or at least I feel kind of ready to try a D-Day much earlier than historically. It was 44, right? D-Day? I should definitely know that, but... Alright, yeah. Marines coming in. Doing some good work. Got an intel advantage, yeah. We can probably afford, actually... We should be spying more on Germany. To give me more... more of a spy network. Let's move, like, these guys. You don't really need you there. Let's build spy networks in the places we're going to invade. And then... I want him there for the oil. But down here, this area's fine. Maybe down here. You might want to invade here as well. Vichy France being in the war does worsen the French invasion capacities, because we could invade, previously we could invaded here and then cut off whoever they have defending Aquitaine, but let's just put 2 people in Normandy. Get a spy network going there. There's another cruiser chassis. We can invite to faction. Who's that? Dominican Republic. Okay, so I guess that's just broken. Possibly I broke it. Close the Hanoi route. Okay, we've done that before, so I guess that's just broken too. Ignore the invite to faction options then. All purpose, give me... how far? Oh god, there's 3 more down before we get to the one that's actually, like, you know, the right time. But really all we're getting is reliability. We do get the new turrets, of course, as well. Yeah. Alright, well, keep going, keep going. Alright, Marines have taken Corsica back for Free France. Good work. Let's send them north. No, not select all, just the 3. Okay. So the direct port naval invasions are Brest and Nates. Those are the important ones. We've got some ships helping with the naval bombardment. Good. Probably the Americans. There we go. Got them. And Nates. Okay. And then again, we'd like to spread the invasion somewhat, such that we can plan them faster. And how many naval invasions can I operate at once these days? 15. Nice. Okay. Got any... How long until these Marines are ready? Quite a while. So we'll be launching without them. But we've only got 6 in here right now, so... My finest infantry divisions. Probably you guys. Let's have some of you head over to the Marines. And the Marines should come over here. And definitely not be exercising. Well, no, they can exercise until we're ready to go. That's fine. Yeah, a couple of motorized divisions. Yeah, some of my good motorized divisions being involved in this wouldn't hurt. And then... What else have we got lying around? You guys, did you ever come over? No, right, I left you over here. Okay. That's fine. I think that's it's a good fallback to have Montgomery over there. And then, yeah, just the most experienced ones. Throw them in here. So to simplify the command, basically. No one's that experienced in there left. These 2 are. Okay, but the more experienced one. Good. Alright, that gives us 16 in here. Delete all these orders. And we've got these guys sitting in ports ready to react. We could extend the invasion a bit. Could hit Cherbourg as well. I mean, it appears these areas are actually just undefended. Which... Where are you going? Ah. This order still exists. Delete that. Where else? Where are you? Where do you lads think you're assigned?
Yes, sir.
To here? No. Where are you headed? To here. But why? There should be a way to click and to go where they're assigned, so I can see like what order are they trying to carry out here. Is it these invasions? Those are finished. Not sure.
Yes, sir.
And then these light divisions, we also need those down here on the south coast, please. Let's be having them. I guess what I can do is just, you know, assign them where I do want them to go. And that will solve the problem. So you guys just hang out by Plymouth for a second. Good. Ooh, some Brazilian invasions up near Ravenna. Good luck with that. They might be able to pull it off, but it's going to be a close run thing. There's regimental doctrine. And we did get bonuses for these. So, yeah, first you get bonuses when training. I really should have got these earlier, huh? Because then we could have got way more experience from training. I guess this is how you're meant to get the experience from training. But yeah, just infantry training and then infantry getting a whole bunch of bonuses. And then probably artillery and artillery getting a whole bunch of bonuses. Seem like the sensible approach, but don't spend the power there. Mod is Black Ice. Alright. You guys training up. These invasions planned? Oh, I can't actually see when they're exercising. No. Ah, do they not make progress towards planning invasions when they're exercising? That would make sense. Okay, so then some motorized are going to land like so. And this is risky because, but I mean, I don't think it's that risky because I don't think they're actually garrisoning these provinces. So we're going to hit Cherbourg. And we're probably approaching the max naval invasions I'm able to assign. It's 15, right? So this should be the last one. Okay. And then Air Force. Let's be having you back to Blighty. 3 here. 1 here. 6 here. 5 here, which means 2 left. They can go here. Good. And then we've got more in reserve, I think. But I think we probably want to keep... Yeah, we've got about 200 in reserve. Let's deploy them. Give them some Polish manpower and call it good. And then obviously, yeah, we'll be flying over Western France. Northern France is easier to reach with our planes, but yeah. The Americans are still doing pretty good work in Italy, using their ships to get plenty of shore bombardment going on. And these are nice divisions as well. Whoa. Base soft attack on their motorized of 160. By comparison, I got only 120. Those are some nice divisions. We didn't manage our tech very well this game, I feel like. Bring over our light divisions. Good. And reassign them. Now you, Cunningham, what are you doing in the med again? Right, I was going to bring you home. Let's do that. Let's just bring you home to the home theatre in general. You can go sit in Hereford. We're running out of space for all these men. We're fine on supplies still, right? Yeah, just about. Yeah, some of these provinces are garrisoned, but I think I do... I'm not sure it's just that I can't see here. I think it's actually that I know they aren't there. What we didn't build are any significant recon guys. Like we could be flying recon planes right now to try and establish whether these areas are empty. If I just run superiority, does that give me more intel? I forget. Also, isn't there an intel map mode now? Did I make that up? Do I just see it from operatives? Infrastructure, resources. Map mode, army strength. What? Ooh, that's interesting. It shows you the strength of them. Air strength. Navy strength. Yeah, baby! It's just us! Air base map mode. Anti-air map mode. Research center map mode. Cool. But I am wrong. I don't think there is an intel map mode that can just tell me, like, here's how accurate what you can see on the map is about that area. How was the Japanese invasion? Easy. We sunk their entire navy, their entire army at sea, and then crushed the home islands. It was easy, was the defining word for it. No, we don't have naval supremacy in the Irish Sea. These raiders will be plenty sufficient to get me that. And also, yeah, we are going to have to allow access to the French Channel. I may want to, yeah, redeploy some scouts to the Northern Force, such that I can scout the French Channel rather than up here, because we haven't been fighting over the French Channel yet, and we'll obviously need to in order to supply this whole area. I'd like to assign them to Biscay as well. The Norwegian coast, I think, is diminished in importance. They no longer scare me up there. Yeah, Norway's alive. We have a bunch of garrisons holding that down. More on the way, in fact. Here they are. Good. You guys can go to delete your orders. Just garrison. Wow, took a long time to register that click, huh? Just go garrison this lot. They've tried to invade a bunch of times, unsuccessfully. You guys garrison. Why can't I assign... because I have this open? Yeah. Just hold. Ports will do. They've landed, so why are they not spreading out? Hello? It's going to take them. They just assign over time? Why are they not... Yeah, move out. Maybe it's because they judge them to already be sufficiently garrisoned, or maybe it's because they're worried about supply. Ah, they're doing it. They're doing it in bits. Okay, fine. New tech. More decryption. Kind of might as well. No, actually, just get the semi-modern computing machine ahead of time. Wait, that slot could only do computing, right? I don't want to waste it on other stuff. If it could do... Oh, no, it could do industry. Never mind. Let's do industry with it. Yeah. Weekly stability. Ooh, 0.3. That's going to help a lot. Okay. Ready, boys? One more left. Let's get these guys... Sorry, the naval bombers can reassign over here. And attack like so. You are fighters, though, so you should stay here. Yeah, you carrier bombers can also assign over here. Just have a go at them. You all carrier bombers? Yeah. Have a go at any attempts that they have to deploy any subs or anything. Shouldn't be very many. Give me air superiority, all you can, and then replace the 200 with these 200. You fly here. We've got room for one more 100 here, so you can go there. Okay, let's get all the air force deployed, and then launch our attacks. You should not be exercising. You should be over here, naval bombing them. You got some close air support. Let's fly you from here, I guess. Not the best range. You guys should all be on missions. You guys should all be on missions here. You guys should all have this assigned. Alright, got a few more fighters here. Can actually fly from all the way up there. Nice. You can fall back. There's diesel engines for tanks. Right, good. That's as advanced as we need to get there. Next up, a more advanced tank armor. Yeah, again, I don't think we're going to need these tanks. You should not be exercising. You guys, what's wrong with you? Everyone with no region assigned. Here, please. Can't be assigned here. They don't have coverage. They do. Look at this range. They have some coverage. Wouldn't be ideal. Fine, I'll fly them over, defending our naval bombers. You guys. The last flight of our glorious close air support. They can't quite reach. Fine, you can assist with the naval bombing campaign. No one assigned now? No, 2 naval bombers here standing by. Give me some coverage there. They've got great range. Okay, I think that's all the air assigned. Just looking around. Have I got anyone anywhere else? What are you? You're light bombers, aren't you? Yeah. You have not great range. That's fine. You can stay down here, helping out the Americans. Okay. I think our dudes are ready. Cease those exercises, please. You guys are still on the way because you took the railway. That's fine. You're not urgently needed. Cipher decrypted. That's good timing. And new planes. Don't need new carrier bombers. I'm happy with these CAS, basically. Just give me more tech then. Naval mission efficiency. Not the most vital right now, but let's try and plow through it to get the ones beyond it. And then... yeah, I think we're in a good spot, basically. Aussies, stop training. Let's put you into the port. At least some of you. And likewise, here, put some of you into Plymouth. And here, let's put you, some of you here. Okay. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to delete all your orders. Like so. There we go. This means I'll only move them into the port if there's supply there for them to use. Okay. Fighting is beginning in the air. They have deployed 2,400 planes against us. Many, many planes deployed against us. Let's try and land and deny them some air bases before they are able to get their planes fully deployed to stop us. Before their mission efficiency gets too high. It's going to be a brutal fight in the air, for sure. But once we can start taking a bunch of these French air bases, it will get better. We are landing unopposed on a huge amount of these beaches, which is obviously quite comical. And those where they are resisting us. They're resisting us with some truly terrible garrison divisions. The base attack value of 3. My lord. Okay, landing there effectively. Let's get a support attack going. There is Cherbourg occupied. Nice. Which is already motorized. And yeah, let's merge these guys up. Simplify this. And you know where to go, lads. Eastward with you. We've been here before. some of these very same divisions have been here before. And we have room for a bunch more divisions. So come on over. Any more in this port that I want to send? Yeah, the Aussies. Let's send some of the Aussie divisions over as well. You can be the more northern thrust. Over you come. Landings in the south also happening relatively unopposed. They have a tank here, which I am a bit worried about. Oh no, sorry, that's a Slovakian tank division. Okay, I'm a lot less worried about it than I was moments ago. Let's head in and across, push them out. There's Nate's captured. Exquisite. Get that air base as soon as we can. Okay, good stuff. Germany not dedicating very many men to their port defences, very foolishly. I would like to reassign these guys to a attack plan, because they'll be the ones that can launch that at some point soon. And yes, no Germans showing up to defend the Italian front yet. I imagine they will shortly show up to get involved here, though. Right, with a few more in there. Marines are moving across. So Marines, yeah, once the infantry reserves have shown up to tackle the situation here, we should probably reassign the Marines and do another naval invasion. Nice Barbarossa for Germany. Yeah, they're doing pretty well. They've been relatively stalled on this front for quite a while. But yeah, it's going fairly well for them. On the other hand, the thing is, I can't say this is a successful D-Day until we're actually resisted. Until then, it's, you know... Until then, it's nothing. We can't draw any conclusions from this. If I reinstate the French government in exile, do I lose all the manpower they have in my air wings? Because I'd really like for that to not happen. And yeah, we've taken air bases off them already. Scared them off. Good. Just destroy that encircled division as soon as you can. We can lower... Probably just Malaysia again. Yeah. Decision... Yugoslav infiltrators. Oh, we could do war propaganda and stuff again. Nice. Do that. And yes, purge Yugoslav infiltrators. Good. And keep on keeping on. No, don't actually. Hold, 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 hold. These guys are moving across the river. I'd like to repurpose my Marines for somewhere else. And you guys... Who's still in this army? On the mainland? Just you. Let's have you over here, please. Now, you guys... The Aussie army still has quite a few guys on the mainland. I think the supplies... It's still looking okay. So let's bring the whole Aussie army over. Good stuff. I've got a Slovakian tank division to destroy. Okay. Production-wise, yes, unlocked that, and unlocked the new light bomber, but we're not really using light bombers, so that's fine. Okay. You... 10 hours, okay. New decision? No, there aren't. Okay. What else could we be doing? Good. Got that airbase off them. That will... Yeah, look at that. Immediately greatly diminishing their ability to fly in the region. So, Marines... I need to reorganize you. Let's just delete all your orders. And then everyone but the actual Marines... Guard the general front. That is not quite the angle I had in mind. There we go. Okay, and then the Marines plan some new invasions. Let's do a reverse Dunkirk, shall we? And here. And here. Good stuff. When are my new Marines ready? Still some time. I could actually... It turns out I could actually do with another infantry thing, but we are kind of out of manpower. Yeah, no, let's just preserve the manpower. Instead, how about some Australian divisions? They only have one template, and it's the infantry division. Interesting. Is it good? It's okay. How many men do I have to put in when I deploy these? Ah, more than half. Outrageous. Alright, we're just okay with what we've got then. This is a Britain that's going to win the war, never having to have gone beyond a 1-year draft. If we win, which we haven't yet. Alright, you guys, get yourselves to the front. Nates. No supply connection to capital. That strikes me as unlikely. We've allowed these regions. You definitely have a supply connection to capital. Oh, it's because this is freaking France. Darn. I forgot about that. Yeah, national uprising is ongoing, which is useful. Yes, massive supply grace. But that's only for the French, I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess we have to capture Paris then, to move their capital back over here. That's all there is to it. Now, given that supply is a bit of an issue, let's deploy these guys who cut their teeth in North Africa. Can you get some more traits, by the way, actually? Yeah, you don't have any traits. Okay, yeah, charismatic is great. I thought this guy had some good traits, but apparently he hasn't actually earned them yet. There's nothing else I really want to give him. He's got 5 guys under him already. Let's put the Marines under someone else. Let's put the Marines in a separate army. Under someone else. Like Richard here. No. Claude. Where's Claude? Is Claude in the Balkans right now? No. Claude is just guarding these ones. Okay, okay. You, North Africa, you're getting reassigned. You are now... yeah, Central Europe, sure. Central Europe Army is needed over here. And you get the Marines as well as these guys. So these light guys, get them over here. Well, no. Let's get the light guys. I'm calling them light because they're light infantry. Like you know, they take up less space. Let's get them over here. So that they're ready to deploy here to support that invasion. And then General O'Connor over here with his motorized men. I'd like him down here to try and sweep south. Let's be having them. And yeah, don't stop. Don't let them entrench. Supplies wise, yeah, it's a problem. So why is Nate's able to connect to the capital, but this not? Let's fully motorize as much of this as we can. Get as much of that supply in there as possible. And yeah, they're still fighting us here. Half of those wings switch over to northern France. And some of the close S4 as well. Good. There's concentrated 5. Yeah, Auglos when moving. We're doing a lot of moving right now. So, that seems good. Keep the attack going. No, yeah, cross the river into your own territory and then just rush down to Bordeaux. If you can. Good. Oh, and the Australians... No, these are Australians under my control. Yeah. They reckon there'll be a supply problem if they move to the front. Okay. We just need to move a bit further forwards then. Yeah, total air supremacy so far. They're still fighting very heavily over Serbia. Because they think that's the important front right now. Let's move a significant number of these guys over to try and help with that. Oh, no. They've changed their mind. Okay. Fine by me. Get an encirclement on this Italian division, looks like. Alright, there's... Yeah, just keeping on. We may not need this naval invasion. So we're not going to be planned for another 6 days. It might have become redundant by then. I really wish there was a button to just say, like, ignore the supply concerns. That means you don't want to go to the front line. Just, like, do as I say. Okay, just come over here. Just push forwards. If you push forwards a bit more, once we have Paris, the supply situation will be greatly improved. You just kind of have to trust me on that. Okay, got him here. Just keep the pressure on that division. And we can annex the autonomy of a subject. Mandatory Palestine can be reduced to territory. Oh, that's fine. We don't want to do that. Well, I mean, we get some factories out of it, but it costs very little. Why not? Okay, good. There's the encirclement. Keep pushing them. Oh, hey, there's an Eiffel Tower. Has that always been there? I don't remember seeing that. The Australians are pushing north. Motorize these hubs as we catch them. Good. Very close to Paris now. We can push past here. Get an encirclement on that guy. Free military factories. Anything I'm actually short of? I don't think so. Better light anti-tank. Letting that upgrade. Probably a good idea. What's the lowest autonomy level? It's territory. Territory is what we're shooting for. And we only need that in Canada, South Africa, Australia, Raj, and New Zealand. The Raj and New Zealand. Oh, my Australians seem to have had their orders deleted. Events are overcoming them. Keep them going up here. Push straight in here. Good. And then you, I think I need to pause and make sure these guys are under control. And yeah, you guys just get up here. I'm not concerned about your worries about supply. We can just move through really quickly. Once we get Paris, it'll all be improved. So far, only being resisted by Italian divisions here, which are not really equipped to hold up to us, it looks like. Push straight across. Good. The Americans are abandoning their Italian front to come and rush and join this front instead. That's idiotic. And I think I can tell them that's idiotic. Oh no, because these aren't my supply hubs, so I can't say... Damn, so I can't say, like, don't give access to the supply hub to allies. That's really annoying. Well, if the Americans come and flood this area, they're going to use all the supply, and it's going to ruin my naval invasion. So I might have to switch it up and then naval invade, like, Denmark or something instead. I do have a military factory free. There's nothing I really care about on military factories right now. We're not short on equipment. So I guess just... Yeah, and even on Spitfires and things, we can't really do that. Get those artillery spotter planes into our support battalions. But because we're short on... What we're short on is air production capacity. Sure, just more trains, more trucks. Just keep us like really nicely topped off on those. Because yeah, it's manpower and tank technology that are stopping me deploying the troops I want to right now. Not anything else. Start tank production? No, I'm not going to build tanks until we actually invent the ones we want, I think. Still not, yeah, not at all able to contest us in the air. You can launch these, by the way. We have already kind of... Events have already overtaken them. Rather than landing here, land here instead. Then launch it. It is funny how you can move them. And they're still planned. Actually struggling to land here. Huge forts at Dunkirk. 6 levels of coastal fort, but I can add in this guy on the ground and completely nullify that. Keep pushing in, keep pushing in. Yeah, I'm really reluctant to reinstate France. Because now I think about it, it really is going to screw over my Air Force. Like, all our experienced air dudes, or at least a lot of them, are French and Polish. So when they get reinstated, I mean, Poland's probably not going to get reinstated. What is this? Oh, they've actually annexed these areas into them. Okay. Whereas this area is still... Yeah, this is all that's left of the Polish state, formally speaking. It's just that bit. Ouch. Okay, lots of Romanians showing up to resist us. Yeah, the Germans are still focused on their front. You have to imagine you're going to see a bunch of Germans come over and then them start losing ground rapidly to the Soviets. That being the case, Montgomery, I don't need you over here anymore. I need you back at home. Because the Soviets are about to start making gains as the Germans transition over to deal with this new threat. Which surely they are going to do. You have to imagine. Alright, supplies. Obviously bad. These places are now connected to the capital. I don't know. I don't know how that works. You motorize up. Light troops. Delete your orders and then get in here. Let's push the Rhine. Really wish the Americans hadn't just abandoned the Italian front. Do I have men? And I have some men I could assign to try and... Whoops. Like go and hold the front at least. I think I am going to do that. Let's have these guys hop across the coast. Hop across the Adriatic, rather. And just hold that line so we're not actually losing ground against Italy. Because I still think this could fail badly. Especially as all the Americans show up and ruin my supply plans. Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative. Not just, you know, putting everything into this front. Yeah, because, I mean, that tile is well defended. And we don't have the cast to just, like, hammer into the enemy divisions. Hold, men, hold. Thank you. But the fall of Paris is obviously... Well, you know, the liberation of Paris, rather. It's probably the more political way to call it. Is definitely going to help. You guys keep on pressing on here. One of you get over here. Alright. Yes, mandatory Palestine, that's fine. They're still ticking in the right direction. Let's see if we can encircle those guys. Get our motorized moving down here. Good. Okay. Pretty successful. Okay. Still advancing nicely. Yeah, just charge the light divisions all the way down the coast. That's fine. Hopefully I can get here in time to stop this being a total failure. But if not, it's not the worst thing in the world. And yeah, obviously getting to Paris will give us a nice central supply hub. We are, of course, struggling to push in because it is that metropolis, but with total air cover and superior numbers, they're not going to be able to hold us. Okay, you keep coming down here. Let's see if we can just obsolete that strong point they've established there. Good stuff. Moving in. 2 hours. Good. Now a multi-pronged assault. Good stuff. A bunch of them locked in multiple combats. It's going to take a lot of nice hits before they realize their mistake and cease this attack. Good stuff. Liberation of Paris. Excellent. And yes, it is indeed. It has no connection to capital. Are you sure about that? That seems unlikely. It is the capital. Montgomery falls ill. Yeah, there's some additional guys getting in here, but don't want them to lose that fight. Some areas of Belgium getting liberated now. Keep charging on through, much as we can. The motorized moving in nice and fast. Let's try and get a bridgehead here. Okay, and yep, that's them done. Now push east, and you can just wrap up getting Bordeaux, please. Good. Not decrypting anyone? Sure, finish decrypting Romania and Hungary. Why not? And then yet more machine encrypted decryption. Machine assisted decryption, excuse me. Good stuff. Going down here. Nice. Alright, that's then cleared out. Good stuff. Not taking many casualties, I don't feel like. Yeah, really haven't taken very many at all in the last little while. Marines, just cancel your operations. Let's come up with a new plan. Let's do some new invasions. The job of the Marines is just to continuously extend the front, such that there's nothing nothing they can do to reorganize. No amount of not hitting a supply limit problem, where we don't have enough, you know, different ports and bases to deploy more and more men. Because here come some Germans. Any progress made, Soviets? No, the Soviets they won't make progress for a while because they'll wait. They'll wait until, you know, they feel ready. Ooh, they did push us back a tile here. That's no good. Let's get a counter-offensive going. Good. Yeah, with 125 width of men able to come in and get them, we should be fine there. We are out of stuff we're building in the Allies. Let's just keep it going. And down here, it would have to be civs, didn't it? Or civs. There they are. That's kind of all we can build on that. About... Yeah, they've really filled up South Africa with factories, huh? I guess we just build, like, some stonking great naval bases instead. You know what I would quite like? I don't know. It would take a lot of building. And I also think it wouldn't be very popular. I think only I would like it. But I would like a mod which just grants... Well, it would actually... I'm not sure it would even be a mod. I think it would be a whole new game, basically. But basically a game where instead of playing as Britain, you play as the Allies. And because it just having to fight alongside the AI is frustrating. It's very frustrating. Because you come up with all these best laid plans. Like I was going to execute this cool naval invasion of Italy, but then the US just kind of screwed it up. But I don't know, if you do that, I suppose it would really demotivate making the AI good. So maybe in a real game scenario that would have negative consequences as well. But just maybe it's only if you're a faction leader, because that would be a simpler mod to make. If you're the faction leader in HOI, just give me total control over everything at all times. Basically. Well, I can be reduced to annexed. I still don't want to do that. Because it would obviously make the game easier. Sure, do some heroic tales. I just need to spend the political power. It would make the game a lot easier, but like this is a mess. The way I normally achieve it is just, you know, play as Germany or the Soviets when your allies are much less consequential. And just do it all yourself, basically, because you're the only one with the industrial capacity to really do it. Let's go, indeed. Hold, hold, hold. Thank you. Good. Pushing in nicely. We'll probably, well... Yeah, and I can't do things like say, okay, let's stall and pause and regroup when we hit the Rhine. Because, you know, the Americans will just keep pushing past there. Hold there. Get some... Well, no, it's okay. We'll probably just be pushed back from Sudan. Strategic redeployment. Upgrade. More division speed and all loss when moving. Yes, please. Hello? What's going on? Ah, this isn't a slot that can research that. This is a naval slot. Can I go more ahead of time on naval invasions? No, we're already doing that. Sure, just get me some doctrine. Whatever, basically. Destroyers. Destroyers doctrine. And this is the one that can go down here and get me that. Division speed. Alright, good. Pushed them out of Antwerp. Just keep on going. But yeah, I feel like the supply situation over here is going to become disastrous. We also need to reorganize, obviously, on this front. We may wish to switch to a... In fact, yeah, let's do that now. What are you guys? You're the light guys backing up those. Yeah, okay. So you main guys, delete all your plans. Oh, that's right, you can't do that. Got to do it army by army. Delete all your plans. Let's have a field marshal battle plan. The plan is win the war. It's such a thick arrow. just assigned to that. Oh no, because they ruined field marshal battle plans, didn't they? They made it so now it's going to try and assign one army to each separate section of the front rather than just deploying all the units in the army to it. Yeah, I forgot about that. And then all the rest of these plans are just Royal Marine ones. Yeah. Delete them. Well, that's still better than what we have at the moment, so let's just try reorganizing to that. Okay, and then the Royal Marine guys are going to go where I think I most want to push right now, which I think is the liberation of the Netherlands. So let's try and get those guys up here. Good, and that somewhat simplifies my front line. I'm just going to let my guys reorganize into those new positions, and that also represents a big, big new drafting in of men who are still on the home islands right now. And here are the Germans arriving at the front. The German tanks are indeed proving problematic. Very problematic. We need to shift our planes around a bit. Don't really need them down here anymore. Just get them over Belgium. Let's rebase some to France and then get them over eastern France. You have plenty of range. You guys, get down here. We need to slow down those German tanks. And obviously this reorganization is being done in a very haphazard way. Belgian government in exile. Yes. Reinstate Belgium. Now what does that do to my... I don't think I had any Belgian planes. I don't even know what that really does. Just means I can't get stuff from them anymore. Leopold III is in captivity. Okay. Just keep pushing in the north here. And if the Germans deploy loads of men over here and do a counteroffensive and drive us all the way back into the sea, it will still have helped the Soviets stabilize, hopefully. Ah, but they have weakened their positions here, it looks like. Which means I think we can probably begin a counteroffensive. However, we still have a huge air deployment over here. Wow, we didn't win that attack here? No, no, no. Come now. There's improved optics for our tanks. Next, tank tech. The thing is, I don't even know what I'm missing. It's this that we were able to get once we get that new thing. Yeah, let's get the ammunition. If we can start another front here, that will force some of them... And actually, yeah, let's not just hold with these guys. Let's continue the Italian front. Okay, men are reorganizing. There's some big gaps in their line in the south, so let's do that. We could, I mean, I don't really want to shorten the front, but if we could sweep through Vichy France and then through northern Italy and open another front here, that would screw with the Germans. In you go. And yeah, launch those naval invasions. Just launch everything, and then I'll just unlaunch this. Ah, but we don't have the naval supremacy for this anymore. We don't need it down here because we've finished taking all the ports there. Into the northern bight we go. Oh, and this is a separate naval base? I mean, naval region? Damn. Okay, well, those naval invasions mostly aren't going to be able to launch then. Don't land here, land here. Can that one still go? I'm not sure. Are they planned? No, they're planned tomorrow, so we'll see tomorrow whether this is enough. Okay. So down on the main sections of the front, yeah, our men are still all busily redeploying. Let's see what we can do to cut in here. And here, yeah, into Vichy France we go. Cipher Romania is decrypted. Yeah, planes-wise. What happened to all my planes? Oh my god, did reinstating Belgium kill all my French fighter wings? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. It's like monumentally stupid, and it definitely did. Okay, well, we're going to have to use British manpower now. I've enjoyed using XL wings, but I think I may never use them again. Which is a shame, because I really did enjoy... Like, it's thematically cool, it helps with your manpower, but... I think we're just not going to do it anymore, because it's killing me. And we're going to have to increase the draft as well, to make up for that. Or maybe the bracket. Because we need the more men. It's going to increase our soldier losses and everything. The other option, I really don't want to let America take over the faction, but the other option is we could delete some guys. So these guys are all foreign divisions. No, there's one infantry division over there. Delete him. I need the manpower. And then the ones up here in Norway. The infantry divisions in Norway. We don't need them anymore. We're replacing them with these garrisons. So just disband them, and then that should give us plenty of manpower for now. Okay. Alright. Next. Oh, the update to this can't come soon enough. There they are. Spitfires. I thought I saw... maybe only 100 left. Or a few hundred left, rather. Okay. And then we've got the Cass as well, right? Naval ones aren't very important. Don't need them right now. There it is. 200 there, and... Oh, alright, probably the easiest way to do this is to take the Cass, split it in half, increase it by 100, split it in half again. Whoops, too many times. Split these guys down. And then some of these are overstacked, but that's not the worst thing. And then we'll just wait for them to deploy. Damn, okay, so we're going to have no air cover for a minute. These men all moving into position. Good. I see 15 not moving. Yeah, Cunningham's here. Okay. Cunningham, you can join the naval invasion squad. And come over here. Rather than hanging out in Hereford. Good. Okay, reorganizing along the front. Having to get the whole freaking Air Force to redeploy. Not delighted. Not delighted about that outcome. But yeah, keep this advance going in the south if we can. Those that motorized. And yeah, I'd like to cross this river while they're not contesting it.
Yes, sir.
It's always my favorite time to cross a river is when no one is defending the crossings. Alright, those naval invasions have gone pretty well. Let's see if we can take Amsterdam back and stuff. Good. Historical D-Day? We're a bit early, I think. And we landed in Brittany, mostly. We also landed in some in Cherbourg, and then again, we landed at Calais and Dunkirk and stuff. But, you know, it's somewhat historical. Although there were no Americans in the landing forces. So that wasn't the most historical. What were the ratios at D-Day? It was like 60% American, I think. 70% American? Not sure. I think it was something like that.
Ready.
You guys coming down here. Good.
Keep on
Let's
moving.
call off that attack. It's not going well. I am concerned that there's going to be a big counteroffensive that we're just not going to be able to stop because the German tanks are going to absolutely roll us. But yeah, hopefully. Okay, good. That I think is a major Soviet counteroffensive. I really wish. You know what? Yeah, let's send an attaché. They will not accept. Are you kidding? You idiots. I just want to be able to see your front. Is it a Soviet counteroffensive or is it another German offensive? Because they're right up against Moscow now. Planes are deploying. 70% of the way there. Okay, they finally stopped us here. Do not let them encircle my motorized. Yeah, if we just grab Toulouse. There's a bunch of places where we can just get a little bit further forwards and take some of these supply hubs off, and they're going to be in a world of hurt. Let's try and do that. I really wish the scroll were less sensitive. I want to go between those two things. There we go. Yeah, Sevastopol is still alive. They've been holding for a really long time. Hey, the Raj can be reduced to Protectorate. Nice. Okay, good. There's still a long way to go, obviously, to get to territory, but that is great progress. How much more Lend-Lease do we have left to send to them? Not much. Okay. New Lend-Lease. Have just an... What the heck is going on? Why can I click on that multiple times? Ah, because it's the other people's... Right, which we've established don't actually change things. Give them another 600 transport ships. No? Give them another 800 transport ships. And we're building more. It's all we're building now, pretty much. We have got those York classes coming out. But apart from that, it's all about the transport ships, baby. Imperial Federation will happen. Even if I have to dedicate the entire British shipyard industry to make it happen. Let's keep this push going. Hello, countries. Someone grab Rotterdam for me, please. Marines. Give me a new battle plan here. Let's be having Wilhelmshaven, shall we? I thought we succeeded in this attack across here. Looks like we didn't. Let's try again. Okay, planes, please deploy. Yes, okay, good. Give me a bunch over here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A bunch here. Do 6. 5 here. And then the rest down here. The mid-range. Good. Is that all we've got? We've got some close air support here. Where's the fighting toughest? I think it's in the center. Slightly overdid it there. You can fly here from here, actually. And we should get some over Belgium too. And these guys, they have good range. That's fine. They're fine from there. The less fighters we can put over here, obviously, the less problem we're going to have with supplies. They want me to give me a bunch of convoys. Yes, please. I'll send them to India and South Africa. I'd love some more. It's a very disorganized front, obviously. But yeah, the Germans are showing up now. Which is good. Diverting Germans from the offensive into Moscow is a big part of why we wanted to launch this rather more urgently than I would have liked. Oh crap, I just got some, I think I got those motorized encircled and destroyed. Whoops. Look at the south of France. Yep. What about it? It's going relatively well. Though I did get those guys encircled. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Keep pushing up. Let's push on to Rome if we can. F. Yeah, it's a single division. I think that might be our first division that we've lost into an encirclement all game. I think that's true, actually. I think that might be the single encirclement. Okay, yeah, German tanks showing up here. We're narrowly holding them. Let's see if we can overrun their, like, just encircle and move straight past their tanks. That would be great. No, I'm not accepting any Lend-Leases from my dominions because I need them to keep moving. There goes Vichy France. Nice. Okay, which did give it to the United States, apparently. Hey, US. Can I have control of France, please? Thank you. And then I might just give it to France. We'll see. But now is the time to launch an offensive here on their suddenly encircled divisions. With no manpower, with no supply, rather. We need to do that quickly, though, because these guys will re-establish those supply lines in not too long. Okay, and over here, yes, the Germans are practically abandoning this front. So let's push in where we can, which I think is going to be everywhere. Good. We can liberate Yugoslavia at long last. Many, many years of fighting to try and hold on there. Yeah, supply loss. Supply range and movement when Orglos when moving are what I want there. Yeah, just try and hit these guys while they haven't got good supply. Do they actually have a freaking rail line despite all this anarchy? No, not quite. They don't quite have connections here. So let's try and get in as soon as possible. Keep hitting them. Hit them with everything we got all the way along this line. Could also do with some more planes here. You guys, let's get you over mid-range. Yes, someone please conquer this province so that it stops assigning men to it. Okay, now meanwhile in the north, yeah, a very thin line being established here because I haven't, haven't taken the time to really carefully assign everyone. Let's see if those Marines can push these tanks back. They can indeed. Good. Some modern highways. What do I want? Oh, this gives fighter sortie efficiency from these better air bases. Cool. Didn't know that. Yeah, more entrenchment and entrenchment speed would be useful. Also, though, excavation. Let's get excavation, finally. It's a little bit late for excavation, but... yeah, a lot of Axis divisions along this front. A lot of them in danger if I can press my advantage here. But I'm kind of doubtful that I can. I just don't have the men right on the front where we need them. But if we can encircle and destroy these guys, that's a huge boon. Yeah, we're getting pushed back here, but we've got more reinforcements coming in. A naval invasion in southern Norway. Germany. Germany, priorities, man. What are you doing? Yeah, keep pressing on over here. If you can. Which they can, it looks like. Good. Okay. Also, give me some activity here. No one decrypting right now. I mean, sure, like Slovakia. We're really getting into the much less relevant decrypts, but no point having it sit idle. Okay, got them here. Keep pushing them, keep pushing them. Because they're moving slow because they have bad supply. You know what I could also do with? I got any? Yeah. Hey, you garrisons. I really don't need you to garrison those ports anymore. You know what I could do with you doing? Grab a general and get yourself to Marseille. And then also here. And then also here. If we can hold those, that's going to really screw up the Vichy France supply lines from Italy and stuff. So let's do that. You're on your way over. You guys. Oh my god, I've got five Marines have been sitting in Gibraltar this whole freaking time. Back. Get them up here. And 4 of you guys. Just get assigned to one of these lads. Nuts. That's a bit of a cock up. And then yeah, all these garrisons, we don't need them because they're not able to do any naval invasions in the Med at all. So just send them over here, honestly. Whole army? Yeah, whole army. Just the heavy garrisons. And some of this light infantry. Right, that takes them to 16. Yeah, give them some commanders real quick. And the rest of them just like, yeah, come in here and let's see what we can do. They should all be in ports already. So it should be real easy to get them here fast. If we can get in there and occupy these Provençal positions, that'd be pretty nice. There's the quarter-pounder gun. Time to invent our first tank gun turret. Here it is. 70 days. 70 days, and then we can design a tank of some degree. Tsar Boris III of Bulgaria has died. Boris's brother takes over. They still haven't joined the war. I'm really tempted to activate a battle plan down here. What I am going to do is switch this to a field marshal plan. The plan is widen this front and take up to this line. And I want everyone on it. Go. I think they can probably do it. But they'll do it so inefficiently. But I can't pay attention down here and France. Really. Let's just give that a go. Yeah, dramatically widen the front that the Germans have to worry about is the premise of that attack. Yeah, we only have to win a few of these attacks to cut into this line, to separate it out. So many of these are just pinning attacks. If the Americans would launch some more attacks, that would be good. Where are the men that are meant to be here? They're coming down from the north. Okay. Yeah, and the Marines are doing good work in the north. Pushing back these heavy tanks with nary a care in the world. They are getting penetrated. That's kind of crazy. How much armor have they got? 12 armor on their medium armor. So our light anti-tank guns are perfectly sufficient to defeat their medium armor divisions at the moment. It's possible that one's just under strength or something, but I'm just going to choose to believe that their armor sucks. And we're going to win the war. New decision. Expatriate nations from the Netherlands. Where is that? It's up here, isn't it? That's okay. Oh, there we go. Nice. That's a slightly weird front line. Because we've cut them in half, and so now it's bulging out. Keep the attacks coming down here. We've got to drive them back. Drive them back. Nice. We've cut them again. Which means we can come round behind them. Perfect. Good stuff. Yeah, just don't let them reconnect, these southern guys. And if we could just cut it here somewhere. Yeah, okay, the light infantry. Launch an attack with the light infantry. You guys need to strat redeploy because they're garrisons, so they can barely walk. Keep coming in here. Keep coming in here. If they leave the front ungarrisoned, don't delay. Push straight in. Get them here. Shorten that front line a bit. Didn't we have Liège earlier? They pushed us out of that. The Marines in the north, getting to the German front, surely is going to freak them out. Soviets still not... Well, okay, they've pushed a little bit back on here, but... Okay. Chat asks, have I tried mods for Hearts of Iron yet? Yes. Yes is the answer to that question. You might have been able to deduce that. Does this look like normal Hearts of Iron to you? I'm sorry, this is needlessly rude of me. That's quite a funny question. We're playing the Black Ice mod at the moment. Alright, get them there. Get them here. We pushed them out here successfully. Nice. Send the garrison in. Just to give another angle. We are winning here, just. If I can wrap up... Oh, if I can get Toulouse, that's their supply hub, which should have no connection to capital anyway. I think. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy down here. More Marines ready to deploy. Yes, please. What are you guys? Oh, this is Cunningham, isn't it? Cunningham, you're at 4 right now. Yeah. Cunningham, join him in here. And then get assigned to this. You should send them all over. Yes, good. Cunningham's army deployed. Pretty good stuff. Okay. We keep the pressure on here. Cross here if you can. Start that attack early. Let's get another attack going here. Time for a Denmark invasion. Could do. With these new Marines. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's time for a second Marine army. Yeah, sure. Let's try and liberate Denmark. No, it's difficult to invade Denmark, though. I guess we'll invade Hamburg instead. Because Denmark, there are no ports on our side of the strait. So instead we'll do this. We can invade from Norway, I suppose. Now I think about it. No, we couldn't, because we can't get boats through to support the invasion. Okay. I have tried Old World Blues. I didn't like it. I think, yeah, Old World Blues and... what's the other one called? What is that mod called? The one where it's... What if Germany won World War II? I can't remember what it's called now. We did a campaign on it recently, relatively recently. Well, anyway, that one. They're kind of yeah, the New Order. Thank you. I didn't hugely like it because it's. I don't think. I mean, some people clearly disagree, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying for me, Hearts of Iron. Oh crap! I reassigned away all the guys that I had on here apparently. Ah, because I sent them over here, didn't I? Yes. You lads, get back over here. Hearts of Iron is not a tool that I enjoy being used to deploy a narrative experience. Almost, that's a simplification of my view, but that's the basic premise. And things like the New Order and Old World Blues and stuff, and to a certain extent Kaiserreich. Like, the thing I like about Kaiserreich is not anything to do with any of the lore that they've come up with. I do not care about that at all. And that's no slight on the people that make the Kaiserreich lore and the Kaiserreich universe and stuff. It's just my preference. And so when a mod is trying to tell a story rather than just give new interesting mechanics for me to write my own story in, I like that a lot less. And that's what I don't like about the and I did, to be clear, I did like the New Order. Like, we played one campaign in it and it was good fun. I enjoyed it. It was it's just that I liked it kind of despite that, basically. You guys need to adjust your garrison plan slightly, because it's not gonna work. But yeah, I mean, it's what I don't like about when they go all kind of historical railroady on you either. You need some kind of story, because the AI is not capable of making its own decisions. You have to give it like focuses to decide what to do and stuff like that. But that's one of the things I like about EU4. Like in EU4, I really feel like EU4 is my... And you know, it's a funny thing to say, right? EU4 is kind of my platonic ideal of a game, but maybe that's just because of how much I enjoy EU4 and how much I have historically enjoyed EU4. EU4 is a hugely formative game in my enjoyment of gaming and what kind of games I enjoy playing. This is a tough attack. I don't think we're going to be able to pull that off, but I'd like to keep them pinned here while we push in. In EU4, AI countries, you know, they do have focus trees which will guide them down certain paths, but basically there's a starting state, and then everyone makes decisions where they want to go from that state. And those decisions are, you know, not very intelligent often when they're the AI, but they're based on trying to achieve goals and things like that. Yeah, when you rank games on how close they are to EU4, EU4 comes up looking pretty good. You know, you're not really... I think you might be onto something there. And so yeah, I like mods. Like, I like this mod. I think I would not play Black Ice nearly as much as I would play Vanilla HOI. How much I have played Vanilla HOI, because there's only one storyline that Black Ice is really designed to let play out. You know, they've removed all the alt history, well, not all, but almost all the alt history focus trees and stuff like that. It's a game. Black Ice is a game which is designed to tell the story of historical World War II. And you can make decisions within the stories. Like in this one, you know, playing as Britain, we've made lots of decisions. But you have to be kind of okay with the fact that your decisions are, you know, the story you're trying to tell is relatively predetermined. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it's just how well it's hidden that matters. Because it's been, you know, the only times when I've really noticed that, and it's aggravated me during this campaign, were when the units just spawned here, because the story the game was trying to tell was the Japanese successfully invaded the Dutch East Indies and British Malaya. Right? That was the story that it knew, and that's the story it was trying to tell. And it didn't have the mechanics to really allow that to happen on its own, so it tried to just force it to happen. And obviously, as someone who's trying to tell a slightly different story, one where the British are more successful in their defences over there, that was frustrating because, you know, there were the mechanics, it laid out the rules, I tried to play within the rules, and then it just changed the rules in order to try and accomplish some specific outcome. Which is no fun. Hey, nice naval invasion, Italy. That's very good. Which, yeah, it's frustrating, but well, it's very much personal taste, and also, I talk quite confidently. This is a problem I have in general. I talk very confidently, and I try and add qualifiers, but I think I sound a lot more confident than I am, because that's all of that stuff I've just said. It sounds like I've kind of really thought it all through, and all that stuff, and I have thought about it over various times, but I'm also just kind of coming up with it off the top of my head, so maybe I don't really think that if I think about it. You see what I mean? You guys, let's fly down here. But yeah, it's especially noticeable in the New Order. It's an incredible modding accomplishment. Truly phenomenal accomplishment. They've added just tons to the game with really cool custom UIs and really amazing accomplishment. But it's just not quite what I want. And that kind of frustrates me. Not because, like, I'm frustrated at them. I'm frustrated at me. Like, I wish I could enjoy that more. Because it's a really amazing mod they've built. And then, you know, which is why I think some of the games, they're not the games that I've played the most, but some of the games that I think I would call the best are the ones where it's just mechanics. It's just mechanics. And you can, you know, there's very little where the game's kind of trying to force you to go one way or the other. And that's like, you know, Aurora 4X, Dwarf Fortress, things like that, where it's just mechanics, and then you play with them. Black Ice guys have to work with what Paradox put in the game. They do a great job working around many of the limitations. That's extremely true, yes. Yes, that's highly true. The times when it frustrates me are not when they're failing to work around limitations. It's when they're cheating. I'd rather, and this is again just my preference, but I would rather a mod failed in its goal rather than cheated to accomplish that goal. And when I say cheating, that's not like, I'm not sure how exactly to put it. When I say cheating there, what I mean is breaks its own rules. You can set up the rules, and that rarely annoys, I mean, it might annoy me, but I'll rarely think it's unfair how the rules are set up. That's just the way the rules are. But setting up the rules and then arbitrarily changing them is very frustrating. And it also feels like it's a kind of barrier to entry problem, because if you knew the rules were going to change, you know, it's fine, you can be prepared for it, but as a relatively new player of the mod, or at least this version of the mod is, you know, yeah. If the game's AI wasn't so stupid, a lot of it wouldn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen anyway, is my point. And this, again, you know, to achieve my ideal game, it doesn't have to happen, you know. Everyone's welcome to achieve what they want. Push in here, good. Push in here, push in here. I was thinking about Paradox AI the other day, and it wasn't the other day now I think about it, I think it was ages ago. But, oh, America, what's going on here? Am I getting raided? Why is my... Oh, I'm out of convoys. Oops. Okay, stop importing oil from America. Yeah, that's a problem. It's gonna hurt. Stop importing aluminium. Is it just because I've sent far too many to India? I thought I sent less than it said I had available. Is everything delivered? Yeah, everything is delivered. 1,000... No, hang on. That's less than that's not what I said. I said 800. Is that going to instantly refund them? The ones that had assigned to that? No. Well, that's a problem. I'm actually going to cancel these so that we can hard shift to producing convoys. Whoops. Well, we don't really need to put the ships onto ships to deliver them. It is funny that. Because you're not wrong. South Africa. There's no ongoing lend-lease to South Africa. How is their autonomy now? They're getting there. But there's still a freaking protectorate. I think we're just going to have to build in them. It's just going to have to be the way we get rid of the rest of our autonomy. We have some more stuff. Sure, give South Africa some big radar stations and kill their autonomy that way. I think we might need to stop exporting those ships to the Raj altogether. We've already got it down tons. Yeah, let's cancel. I guess when you reset it to 800, it then goes to that new value. There we go. Now we've got plenty of convoys. It takes, the thing about building convoys is it takes, I mean, yeah, a couple of days, even with 10 on them, but, all right, there we go. Slightly stabilize the situation. It's going to obliterate our, we need, how many convoys for this? I barely need any for this, actually. It's fine. Good, there we go. And we've got a bunch of fuel in reserve, so. No manpower, though. Good point, because it's automatically started doing that. Don't do that. Thanks for the heads up. What was I saying? I was talking about game design. Actually, like I know what I'm on about. What was it? There was some specific point I just started making. No, I can't for the life of me remember what it was. How are the Soviets doing? Hey, they've gained some ground. Nice. Good work. Still holding Sevastopol, which is very impressive. Ah, yes, and how's this going? Pretty good. Ah, and it looks like Romania is not garrisoning their country at all. Well, you know what? I won't say no to a quick little foray to the oil fields. Hold for me. Hold, hold. Hold, 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 hold. Hold! There we go. Cool. Free military factories. You ever thought about Paradox AI? Oh, yeah. So, Paradox AI is, in wargaming, by far the best that has ever been made. And I am open to being proven wrong. But I think that's the case. Let's take HOI as an example. If you compare HOI to similar... I mean, okay. Here's one potential counterexample. Like, I don't know, the US military probably has a pretty good one. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about in-games. The amount of decisions that the Paradox AI has to make versus other AIs, other similar games, is just astronomical. And the number of things it factors in is astronomical. And it's extremely good by comparison. And when people say it's like bad AI, and I've said that a lot, what they really mean is it's bad compared to, you know, the player, basically. Compared to, because you can look at a decision that the AI is making, and you can extremely often say, that's, you know, that's wrong. But it's trying to talk about like how the quality of an AI, just by saying, you know, I can spot individual decisions it's making wrong, it's very reductionist. Because the thing is that it gets the broad strokes right, like so much more. Like if you play, what's a good example of another AI driven game? Like, okay, yeah, Total War Warhammer is the other, you know, one of the other examples. The way the AI makes decisions in that game is so much simpler. Like look at the divisions that Germany has, and it has to choose where to position all of these divisions. And consider the campaign AI of Warhammer, where the AI has like 6 armies, and they don't have an air force to worry about, and they don't have a navy to worry about, and they just wander them around, going from settlement to settlement, losing fights. That's all they do. And they're astronomically worse. But the thing about Paradox games is because they're so ambitious on the campaign map, so, you know, just phenomenally ambitious on the campaign map. They give the AI so many different variables to have to deal with. And they make the player and the AI... there are a couple of very specific counterexamples to this, but they make the player and the AI almost exactly symmetrical, which is very, very rare in this kind of wargaming space. Usually the AI just operates on a whole different level to the player. And they do that just incredibly well. But anyway, that's my hot take about Paradox AI. It's still very annoying and could be better. Dutch government in exile, sure. Reinstate the Netherlands. We're going to lose a bunch of ships doing that, but that's okay. Navy is a solved problem in this war. Dun 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 dun. We can pull off more. We need to pull off more encirclements rather than just pushing all the way along the front. Because if we just push all the way along the front, we just have to keep pushing all the way through Germany. But if we can do a bunch of encirclements, then it will get easier and easier as we go. It'll still get easier and easier as we go, even if we don't. But it will more speedily get easier and easier if we do this way. Yeah, launch. Watch that naval invasion. Cool. If you compare something to Total War AI, it will always look amazing. Well, what's the counterexample? What's the good AI in wargaming that's making a comparable number of decisions to any Paradox AI? Any Paradox, you know, modern wargame AI. I use Total War because it's one of the major competitors in the space. What else is there? Like Civ? Civ AI is horrendous. The degrees of complexity it has to deal with are worse, and it's still worse. They stick archers at the front and then roll spearmen into tanks. It's like, it's truly trash. And, you know, to a certain extent, that's fine. Like, it's not aiming to be like a Paradox AI. So it's not a... I mean, it's kind of it's an insult on whoever made that AI, and I apologize for that. But it's... You know, not everyone is trying to make an AI like this, and if you're not trying to criticize you for not doing so is silly. But like the kind of decisions that AIs make, I mean, there's lots of examples, but the kind of decisions that AIs make in industry are things like they're very often very binary. They're things like, should we, you know, what price should we set on this item, for example, or what item should we promote to a customer, right? They're fantastically... Amphibious getting ready? Yeah, they're right here. They're landing. They're very simple. Not, you know, it's difficult to make those decisions optimally, but they're very simple decisions. What product should I serve this customer? What are they most likely to buy? And then you have all your input variables and so on, and you try and work it out. If you were trying to work out something like, you know, if you're Germany, where should I put my troops? It's so much more complicated. So much more complicated. Anyway, we've landed. Huzzah. In we go. They didn't even defend Hamburg. Let's move to these positions and then we can adjust from there. And we're almost at the point where I don't need all these guys anymore. You guys still not in the positions? It was so long ago. There's advanced tank armor. What other tank stuff do I need? Do we need better cast construction? Or are we just using welded construction? I think we're just using welded construction. So... like a machine gun to go alongside the big gun. That looks kind of like a machine gun. It got lots of soft attack. It does. Or an AA mount that gives me soft attack and hard attack, but no air attack. Huh. It's a little confusing. Well, let's just invent these things on the basis that I'm curious to know how they work. Yeah, and the other example of that storytelling in a more mechanical sense is about equipment types and things in Black Ice. And again, these are all just my personal takes. I'm not trying to claim these are true, and I'm not trying to really even persuade people of them. But all of the, like, historical equipment is totally irrelevant to me. I don't care at all about... in fact, not only do I not care, I wish it wasn't there. To have all these historically named stuff, because it just complicates it. And to me, it seems like it just complicates it to no end. Maybe we should get some AA machine guns. Or, I don't know, some external fuel tanks. Oh, I can do gun stabilization. We've got an ahead of time bonus on it. Sure. No, that's silly. How about... Oh, we haven't got all these new suspensions. Okay, give me a torsion bar suspension. Sure. But like the ships are fun because you're designing a ship and you just have different levels of advancement in the ship technology, and then you design the ship. Whereas with the tanks, the fact that they're like down a tree, which is roughly like what the historical tree got followed. I don't know. I think I heard someone say in relation to apparently they could make it near perfect, but the game would run in real time. Like there's too many variables to calculate with any real efficiency. Yeah, that's another thing, obviously, that slows them down. Just performance. And I think I can't remember how true this is, or rather I don't know how true this is, but I think I saw something a while ago saying that basically in EU4, almost all of the main limiting factor, the overwhelming main limiting factor on the speed that the game runs is pathfinding AI. That's basically it. Everything else runs fine. And I don't know how true that is. And I could have remembered wrong. But I did hear that. And when you turn off the AI in EU4, almost however late in the game you are, and this even applies in like Mayo and Texas, when you turn off the AI, the game runs like butter. It's all the AI decision making, and so you have to make those kind of decisions between the two. Let's get a streamlined line for production efficiency cap and stuff. Well, actually, do I want that? Give me military production. Yield FedEx problem. I am not familiar with the FedEx problem. We should get this for dockyard output, and I think about it just so we can. Oh, this is the air one. And sure, spend on that. We should get that dockyard industrial focus so that we can pump more convoys to our subjects. Need to come back and help close that up. Did we not win this fight? Ah, we did, but we didn't actually. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay. We probably only need to take Vichy and Lyon to get Vichy France to surrender. Oh no, they already surrendered, didn't they? Can we get them to surrender again? Are they an exiled government? Can I tell if they're an exiled government? How would I do that? Not sure. They're attacking in here. These garrisons should make a good showing of themselves. And down here, we have not made any headway. But still, we've tied down a bunch of those guys. Over here, on the other hand, they are not resisting us at all. And our guys are only not moving forwards because of the supply situation. Fair enough. Once we take Belgrade, that should improve somewhat. So let's give that a go. Move any local infantry into that. Cool. And yeah, they're just dominating us in the air there is a big part of the problem. Pathing's really hard, especially if you're doing it for an AI. So many options and evaluating them all, it blows up. Yeah. Yeah, which is why I think, I don't know how, I mean, HOI attempts to solve that by, I think, and I'm not totally certain about this, but I think HOI doesn't have a pathfinding AI as such on a national scale, on like a, a global scale. What the AI decides is, where should I put my front lines? And then it has a frontline AI. One to allocate front lines, which is much simpler because you're only assigning, I don't know if they do more than one front line per army. when they're AI in HOI. I bet they don't. You're assigning where is your front line, and then where should I move on this front line. And the only options are somewhere on the front line. You don't have to look at every province in the world and then give a relative weight to where I want them. And then I think the way I'm just vaguely remembering things from dev diaries, but I think the way HOI does it is, or maybe that's from EU4. HOI also has vastly fewer countries. It's true, but those countries have vastly more armies, like more units, astronomically more units. And yeah, the more routes, the more routes to check, so it gets fractal on your ass. The AI often makes 30 armies with 3 divisions in it. Yeah, so clearly, so there's, okay, that's another layer, isn't it? There's, where should I put my army's front lines? Where should my units be on my front line? And then there's also, what armies should I create? And I think it must be that I'm just... There is a branch of the focus tree that actually worked towards puppeting the Commonwealth armies. Yes, I know. Thank you. We did that about 20 hours ago. We're working on it. What was I saying? Is this the last one? No, this is the one that we're actually wanting to build. Yes, there's also how do you design your armies, and it seems like what the AI is doing is saying, I want armies in 20 places, so they make 20 armies, and then rather than being able to register, like, actually, one of these armies could probably handle both of these areas. But maybe that's down to the whole frontline thing. Yeah, because if you tried to pathfind, exactly, if you tried to pathfind all these individual divisions, it would be nightmarish. You guys just head on over if you would. You guys, let's simplify this front line somewhat. Alright, good. We'll just try and hold that for now. And yeah, divisions wouldn't work together either. So in EU4, I assume they do something similar, like, you know, how many... what armies should we create? And then they're just pathfinding on the armies. They're not constantly saying, like, for all the divisions in this army, for all the units in this army, at any point, should they split off and should they, all that stuff. You know, should they go in a slightly different direction from the main army? Because that would be, again, just absurd. Right, we've got them there. Still haven't got them here. No, they're pushing us back with this multi-pronged tank offensive. Still holding down here, though. Americans not doing amazingly here. You notice the pathfinding is also relatively simple when you find divisions in Siberia, or instead of taking the sea route. I think there's something about... I think they changed that at one point, because they used to always take the sea route. Like, always. And what that meant was it was completely trivial to sink the entire German army. Rush Berlin with Marines. We could do. Would that trigger the Yalta conference, do you think? But no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, normally I micromanage where the armies are, at least, rather than doing a big front like this, but we're at that point in the campaign where I really feel like I've won. It's just time for the game to give me my trophy. So we're being a bit less precise than I would otherwise be. Sure, get some rubber plants in Nigeria. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think there used to be a thing where they would just take the shortest route between 2 points, and that led to the AI always taking boats, and that led to a lot of divisions sinking at sea. So then I think they changed it to make it the shortest route, but minimize time at sea to try and be safer. And what would be better, basically, would be just minimize time at sea in areas set to avoid. If it's set to allowed, then knock yourself out. I think we should... let's halt offensives on this front for a minute. Let people reorganize and get some planning bonus. You can prioritize the north. They are pushing us back a little bit here. Moving in here, though. Good. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There was a time when you can just... as Britain, when Germany invades France, you just put submarines here and you sink half the German army. Because when their front line gets to here, they start trying to send them like this, because it's faster. Okay. Hey, Rome is undefended. Let's give that a go, shall we? Rome will probably... Well, no. Probably won't make them surrender just with Rome. Oh, no. It definitely will if we take Rome. Okay, excellent. We're going to be there in how long? They're not even moving to defend it, I don't think. 12 hours. Nice. And, yeah, Bucharest and this will probably make Romania surrender as well. Good stuff. That'll help out the Soviets as well. Fall of Rome, a great victory. I wonder if it'll do the historical, like, Germany doing a coup in order to keep Italy in the war thing. They did do a coup, right? A full-on coup. They didn't just, I'm not exactly sure how that happened. It was when... I think it was when the Allies were short of Rome, wasn't it? That the Italian government... Nope, they just surrender. Cool. I think it was when they were short of Rome, when the Italian government just... ousted Mussolini and switched sides. For now, just... Or... Yeah, for now, just hold here. Maybe Germany had a focus to do that, but they didn't have time to pull it off or something. Or maybe that's just not in the game. It's also very plausible. Right, some small pushes here, potentially. It was earlier, just after Sicily. Okay. Basically because... And I don't know much about that. I know very little. My Italian history is, in general, not very good. Was that an at all ideological coup? Or was it just they see the writing on the wall and don't want to be on the losing side? Which, to be clear, I'm not judging. That is a perfectly legitimate thing to try and do. Who'd want to be on the losing side of a world war? Alright. The National Legionary State has capitulated. Well done, Yugoslavia. It really was all you. That's quite funny. Okay. Can you do Field Marshal fallback lines? Do they work? Not right the reasoning. Fair enough. Spread out a bit. And then... we should probably put some guys to hold here. The other thing I could try and do is, like, strike north here. You know what? Do I have any men free? Where have I got men right now? Yeah, you guys. Okay. Montgomery. We're gonna screw the Germans over real bad. Wait, no. Do I want to do that? It would really help the Soviets, but wouldn't I rather be the ones that completely occupied Europe? So yeah, let's not do that, actually. That's pretty... This is pretty kind of realpolitik of me, but... I know we've been helping the Soviets and they've been fighting on our side, but... I don't think I necessarily want to do the major attack that I definitely could do, which would completely solve their problem. Could we reach the Baltic and cut the Russians off? I could, but I could also just strike through Hungary. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Why can't I? There we go. Montgomery's job is to go to Danzig via Budapest. And I want him to take the boats. Wouldn't you rather just continue the march to Moscow? We could. I have thought about it. How big is the Soviet Air Force? I have no idea. Okay. I have very little intel on the Soviets. Fair enough. Oh yeah, it's a good point. My operatives, we never moved them, so a bunch of them would have been just kicked out. Send them over here. And sure, send one to Moscow. You might be good at reinforcing your marines. Yeah. But they don't need it yet. So I'm just going to wait until it's too late instead, I think. Any other... I don't have any more infantry at home, do I? We've got everyone deployed now. Yeah. You guys are... Right, don't need the Bulgarian front. And yeah, Montgomery's going to take a while to arrive, so it may be that the Germans will rush it back in here, but... Could also try to decrypt them. Didn't I already do that? Oh, I didn't, actually. Okay, yeah, good idea. Thank you. Wow, they have some good encryption. Ouch. Give me some more machine-assisted decryption. Let's see if we can learn a bit about our Soviet friends. Problem is, if there's any gap between war with Germany and war with the Soviets, we're going to have to like demobilize our economy and our army and all kinds of stuff. So we're probably not going to go. We're probably not going to do an unthinkable, but we may. We may. You guys really aren't. You're unopposed. Advance. Get Budapest. Capitulate Hungary. And then just carry on. Good. Okay. Another ace pilot. Nice. What are you going to do if you don't get the Imperial Federation before Germany falls? I might just stop. I might stop. I might go speed 5 and just lend-lease all my equipment to the Federation. But I might also stop because the game is slowing down quite a bit. We'll see. Also, I don't know what the Soviet tree is going to drive them to do. It's possible they'll declare on us. Got some forts set up in here. You guys move down here. Down here, good. No allowing any... What's it called? Not isthmus. Isthmus is the connection between 2 points, isn't it? Or is isthmus the I don't know, protrusions. No protrusions. Marines fighting hard in the north. Meanwhile, these guys having no problem. Denmark. Ah. Screwed up my front lines. Just manually move them here. That should fix it. Salient. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. No salients. We are being pushed back on some of these. Right, as we got into Western Germany. No air cover. Give me some big air cover on Western Germany. And yeah, Southern France is all good. Central France is still very actively fought over, but we're doing most of our hard work is happening up here. Let's go get some more here from these guys. Good, and then we probably have some planes ready to be deployed, if I had to guess. I don't think we're losing them at the same rate as building them right now. Yeah, another 200. Nice. They can fly in central France. Good. Take the airbase in Schwerin. I do not know what that is. We're more or less pushing all the way along the front though, so I imagine I'll find it. And yes, it looks like the Germans did not quickly enough respond to stop me here, so let's see if we can yoink Munich and Austria off them. Activate that plan. And then do some manual. Take Graz and Vienna and all that. Next to your Marines, just east of them. Yes, you're right. That would be helpful. Oh, here you mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea. We can lower Malaysia again. Just keep spending that political power on Random stuff. Unite people under our government, sure. And once Denmark falls, we can put ships in the Baltics. The Baltic Sea, which means... Oh, this is the wrong... Right, there we go. Don't need you there. I want you here, here, and when possible, here and here. And that will make all of the men in Norway redundant. Good. Oh, and we have the Kiel Canal already, actually, so we can already put our navy here. Good. There are 100 mines here. None of our ships have sunk yet. You guys, straight on in, please. Okay, good. There's naval supremacy. Which means, yes, these guys up here are no longer needed. But they're just garrisons, so... Well, there's one home country's division. Come join them in here. And you, infantry, come join them down here. We'll just send them to Kiel, or anyone in here that's actually capable of moving. Fortress garrisons aren't really capable of moving. But I will still take some of them. Or maybe all of them. Just to take up some fallback positions. In case our North German offensive goes badly wrong. Because they can just take them up and then stay there. We've got plenty of supply because Kiel's a big naval base. Okay, and yeah, Hungary is completely undefended. March through it. I know you have bad supply. Where are we even supplying this from? We're not, basically. We need to push a little bit further through here. But once we get Budapest, should be able to connect Budapest to, yeah, this rail network here, which then connects all the way back down to the coast. So yeah, if we can just take parts of that rail network there, that'll be good. Okay. Yeah, no isthmuses. Push them out. Good. And yeah, we did manage to hold down here. Just. We were pushed back a tiny bit. I think we had that tile originally, but more or less managed to hold with our garrison divisions. Free military factories. More Spitfires and more Cass. Would be good. And then we're going to need some more aluminium from the US, but it's okay. We have the convoys for that now. And there is the new gun for the tanks. And so once this tank is invented, I will actually start making it. What else could I do with for it? A Firefly turret. Achilles turret. I have no idea which of these are better. What else would I like to throw on this tank? I guess we should keep inventing these. We should also, of course, probably invent these and everything else. Yeah, keep giving me the better anti-tank stuff. Alright, the garrisons are arriving. Strat redeploy when you can, lads. Especially you two. Oh, don't turn on. Yugoslav infiltrators by any chance? Admiral Pound retires. Denmark is capitulated. No, keep him around. You guys can come back down here. Good. There goes Denmark. Soviet counteroffensive. Oh yeah, pretty substantial one. They had a big chunk they've taken out here. And pushed a little bit further back here. Nice. Okay, let's adjust this this attack plan. Into Germany you go, lads. Thus falls Budapest. And we have the rail that way to it. Yes, indeed we do. Certainly do now. Yugoslavia certainly looks like they're coming out of this smelling of roses, huh? Okay, let's hold you guys, let's hold and then strat redeploy when they all start moving. Yeah, good. Where's Montgomery? Is he here yet? Oh, it's deleted his front. Do I mean Montgomery? Yeah, Cunningham's busy over here. Where's Montgomery's army gone? Here he is. Okay, he's on the way. Chunk. Chunk. Keep on going. Come to Dubrovnik and get the train from there, right? Nearly. One tile over and then he's onto the train network. Yeah, that should be fine. An invasion of Danzig to meet in the middle could be fun. That's a good idea. Why are these guys... Oh, because that's too many sea zones. Okay, we don't need you here. There we go. Good. That is a great idea. Yes. Let's do a bunch of naval invasions into German ports. That'll screw with their logistics in the east as well. Probably. Well, no, we'd have to take Warsaw to truly mess up. Yeah, once we push up to Warsaw and Krakow and take Danzig of them, it's gonna be when they start having trouble. But yes, naval invasions over there do seem fun. Now would be the time to switch sides and do a survival challenge. That would be tough. Better armor-piercing ammunition, sure. You know what, though? You're not wrong. Sieg. Sieg. Challenge. We might, but I doubt it. I have to stop liking my ideas. It's going to make me fail to learn this game again. Some of our guys are short on equipment. What equipment are we short of? Reinforcement. Nothing much. It just needs delivering. Okay. Our northern positions are a bit weaker. Ah, because it's just the Marine Army assigned here. This main man's guys need to be spread up here a bit. Yeah, that's going to totally screw with the front for a bit here, but that's okay. Not too concerned about that front because we're kind of obsoleting it from the east. All right, Belgium, not really a front we need to be fighting over anymore in the air. Good. Get those naval invasions planned. If people could strat redeploy, that would be good. Okay, and you guys, yeah, keep pressing on. General election, incumbent party wins. Election, wartime exception. We already held the election. Base stability, sure. If we could take Bratislava, we could probably make Slovakia surrender. Got some garrisons moving up here. Yeah, if we could make Slovakia surrender, that'd be good, because they do have some divisions. Not a huge number, but some. I was reading Wikipedia 15 minutes about the Italian change of heart. Cool. It's complicated. It was a replacement as Mussolini as the head of the state by the fascist party. At the same time, the very decision also implied the end of the fascist party itself. Right. Cool. Interesting. And it was done by the fascist party, not by like some kind of officers' rebellion or something. We can lower the autonomy of a subject. Whom? Muscat can be lowered to protectorate. Sure, why not? German Reich has broken our ciphers. That's okay. They won't know what to do with the information anyway. You guys planned yet? No, but when you are, do just launch when ready. I don't imagine they're garrisoning these ports. From the inside, sort of. It was by the hidden leadership of the party, organized together with the Italian king. Oh, interesting. Into Vienna we go. And we're about to come in for another angle here. Infantry training techniques. Perfect timing. Because there was no opposition at the time. Yeah, no, I was just wondering if it was like army generals stepping in to do stuff, or whether it was kind of more of a political coup. We need better leg infantry. I mean, I imagine it was probably a mix of both, because military and politics are very intrinsically linked in most fascist states. God, look how badly equipped the Germans are getting, though. Down to like 80% strength on a lot of these divisions. Oh, they do have a garrison of Königsberg. Let's see if it's any good. Definitely political. They were not doing well at the time. No, fair enough. You ready, my love? Excellent. I'll be like 5 minutes probably. You know, I should probably keep myself to that, shouldn't I? How do you do this again? Set a 5-minute timer. Alright, we've got 5 minutes to wrap up the situation in the episode. Ideally, I'd like to, merge some of these fronts so I can leave myself in a more organized place for next time. Not much more organized. We're not going crazy here, but also if we could push to Switzerland and cleave this whole German front line in 2, that would be great. Leaving these guys all pocketed in Vichy France. And yes, the Yugoslavians and Americans are deploying to defend Bessarabia. Excellent. Oh yes, they were given Odessa. Yugoslavia, not Yugoslavia, Romania were given Odessa and stuff. I don't know how that happened, but... Round to Bratislava, please. Okay. Yeah, cutting in nicely across here. You guys, let's get in here to Zagreb, if you would. And in here. Good. And then we're still pressing off through the Alps. Yeah. New Spitfire. The Yalta Conference. So the one in... When we did this over here, it didn't do anything. Like, it didn't actually enforce a peace deal on us. They'd be interested in a conference. No doubt they would want some kind of reward for their sacrifices. We want a conference. So they get... Germany gets cause. Germany loses cause because of the Yalta Conference. That's funny. As if we have the right to just, like, make areas they control currently suddenly start having resistance. No. No Yalta Conference. I did way more than half the work. Does the game agree about that, by the way? 28% versus 36%. It does not. Just because they have lost a lot of men, they're like, guys, we did so much. What do you mean occupation 1400? You don't occupy any German land. And yeah, the game's, for me, is like, you've barely done anything. You haven't even died a whole bunch. They're doing a peace deal rework in the next patch, right? It's like peace deals become a kind of push and pull battle. Kind of like... Nice. Good landings, lads. Kind of like Victoria to colonization. Am I remembering that right? I could definitely not be. To be fair, you also barely occupy any German land. Excuse me? I got 6 million people occupied in German land up here. I've got Vienna almost occupied. Plus, it's not just German land. It's Axis land. And I reoccupied... I suppose it wasn't occupied, but I have all of Italy occupied. And we did all this. Maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe I should demand control of some states from Yugoslavia so that I'm more recognized. But I think occupation is about occupying as in moving into and conquering a province, which is why the Soviets have a bunch. It's literally from the times when they occupied their land back from the Germans. It's the process. Ah, bollocks. It's the process of occupation. In this menu, by the way, EU4 learnt this about 6 years ago. When you're in a menu, when you want to do one very specific thing, such as select provinces, do not allow the player to do anything else, like select air bases. Give me all this occupied land, please. Can you have another war start from a bad peace deal? In the new version, I have no idea. Maybe. That would be very cool. Like if you refuse to back down, it triggered another conflict. That would be extremely cool.
Ready to move.
Keep marching in here. We are now finally gonna cut their train connections to the east.
Ready to move.
Good. New tech. Sure, just go even further ahead of time on Spitfires. Also, here's some more German land we're occupying. About to take Munich. Was that 5 minutes already? Right, well, I do have to go. Didn't quite manage to simplify the front the way I wanted to. But hey, we have cut them off here now. You can start heading north into their lands. Vienna is within sight. Push into Bratislava is looking more effective. And the liberation of Krakow is at hand. Alright. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I have appreciated you being with me. I will see you all in the next episode, in which we will almost certainly end this here world war of ours. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.